Welcome to day 13 of Romance Yourself. Today we have a restorative yoga practice all about self-care. Self-care is a buzzword right now, and self-care is super important, but it is not always what we think it is. There's tons of visuals of what self-care is supposed to be, quote unquote, images of healthy and wealthy people going on vacation, getting massages, and basically just kind of blissing out. Not that there's anything wrong with doing those things, but practically speaking, not a lot of us have access to the resources to be able to take time for self-care. We have to really adjust our schedules and adjust our lives to create that space to receive self-care and to do self-care for ourselves. And then not only that, but self-care is not always what is easy. Self-care is not always something that's going to make us feel super blissful and super happy. Self-care is hard work. I was just having a conversation with my sister not too long ago, shout out to Lynn, that sometimes self-care is just being with yourself whenever you're having a really hard day. Sometimes self-care is cleaning your space. Sometimes self-care is physically cleaning yourself. What I'm trying to say is self-care is many things and it's hard work. The same way that caring for anything is hard work. And we do it out of love for ourselves. Otherwise, things are going to start breaking down and we're not going to have the resilience to be able to handle that breakdown. And so that is why I chose for today a restorative practice, time for you to simply be with whatever you're experiencing today and to take time and intention to set up your space and do something that feels like it's 100% for you and not for anybody else. Literally caring for yourself. We'll take a moment to arrive in our space and then we'll set up for our restorative posture, Mountain Brook. Go ahead and close your eyes. Come to a comfortable seat if you're not there already. Start to just notice how you're feeling today. Notice where your breath is living in your body. And let go of any expectations that you have on yourself. Your main priority in this practice today is to take care of yourself. We'll internally repeat our affirmation for today to set the intention for practice. Internally repeating, I am committed to taking great care of myself. I am committed to taking great care of myself. Let those words sink in. And when you're ready, open your eyes. We'll set up for Mountain Brook, starting from the head, working our way down to our feet. You're going to need 1 bolster or pillow and 3 blankets. Taking the blanket that's going to be your head support, folding it into this rectangular / square shape, and then folding 2 corners in towards the middle, and then folding the edge of that triangle that you created over on itself and setting this at the top of your mat. Next, you'll take 1 more blanket, folded again into your large rectangle square, and folding it over on itself 1 time so that you have a long rectangular blanket. And then setting that just a little bit below your head support. In this pose, your shoulders are going to be floating a little bit, and the blanket that is folded in the long rectangle is going to go underneath your shoulder blades. Next, you're going to take your bolster and bring it towards the bottom third of your mat. This is going to support your knees. And then lastly, taking your last blanket, folding it into a long rectangle, and then start to roll the ends of the blanket in, creating this rolled blanket shape and setting that at the base of your mat to support your ankles. And then you'll start to come into your mountain brook. So, sitting between the bolster and the long rectangular blanket, making sure that you have support underneath your ankles, support underneath your knees, and then as you lower yourself down, adjusting this blanket that's underneath your back so that it's coming underneath the middle of the torso and your shoulder blades. Taking time to adjust, blanket underneath your head for head support, and then arms go out into a T shape. Take a breath in when you arrive and exhale, soften in. Let yourself surrender into the support of the props. Feel the wave of your breath coming in, coming to a crest, and the wave of your breath going out, going to the bottom of your exhale to that trough. As you breathe in, imagining the tide coming into a beach. As you exhale, imagining that tide receding back into the ocean. Using this visual to anchor your mind. And if you notice yourself getting lost in any thoughts, it's okay. Just try to bring your awareness back to your breath and maybe repeat that affirmation to ground yourself again. I am committed to taking great care of myself. I am committed to taking great care of myself. The next time that you hear my voice, we'll transition out of the pose. Until then, just be as you are. Enjoy your rest. remaining just as you are. Start to bring your awareness back to your breath. Bring your awareness to the supports beneath you. Become aware of the space around you and the position of your body. Invite in a deeper breath now. Sense the rise and fall of your chest and your belly with the rhythm of your breath. And let that inspire movement in your fingers and your toes, maybe rocking the head a little side to side, moving the neck, rolling the wrists and the ankles. Maybe eventually reaching your arms overhead for one final stretch, taking a breath in to stretch long. And using your next exhale to soften again. In your own time, roll yourself over to one side. Using the support of the blanket under your head, or using your left arm under the left side of your head. Take one more moment here, just resting in this residue of your practice. And start to raise up using your hands on the earth to press up with ease. Make your way back to a comfortable seat. Sitting up tall whenever you arrive, soften your eyes down again. Notice how you feel. Notice the effect of your practice in your body and your spirit. Knowing that true self-care takes a little bit of work, but it's worth it to feel like you're giving your best self to the world rather than giving what's left of yourself to the world. Repeat your intention internally one more time. I am committed to taking great care of myself. And we'll close by bringing palms together in front of the heart space and bowing our head towards our hands. Say, Namaste. Thank you so much for being here today. It's day 13. We're almost to day 14. Please take time for yourself today to practice the affirmation meditation included in this collection. And I will see you on the mat tomorrow for our final practice together in this journey. Thank you again. Namaste.